The Malaysian Youth Council (MBM) is a non-governmental organization that serves as the parent body for the country's youth and student organizations. MBM was officially established on September 1950 when the Malaysian Youth Council (MBM) constitution was adopted and FC Lenendum was elected as the first president of the Malaysian Youth Council. MBM was established in accordance with the Youth Organization and Youth Development Act of 2007. Act 668 MBM is also recognized by the government as the parent body of national youth organization, as stated in Section 49 (1) of Act 668, and it was established with the goal of promoting balanced youth progress in all economic, social, and cultural domains.
The management of the Malaysian Youth Council, or in Malaysia we call this as Majlis Belia Malaysia, who is youth parental organisation in dealing nation political climate like COVID-19 pandemic among youth movement, so that the issue can be dealt with properly and systematically without causing any conflicts of the problem. Second, the Malaysian Youth Council cooperate with ministries, agencies and NGOs. Decentralized organizational strive to support people, particularly young people or young generation, who had the right to speak their opinion, and they also important to the modernization of the country. The third point is the new model of youth development MBPB 2013 will be launched in March 2022 to intensify to develop youth just policy community 5.0 throughout the country. This will give a lot of benefit the youth, including to improve social economy through future opportunity, education and skill. Last but not least, the leader of the program want reforms to be carried out to coincide with the spirit of the time. It is not a means of creating new policy, but merely to improve and support the machine strategy to existing policy of the Malaysian Youth Policy DBM 2015 until 2035.
Activities, efforts, initiatives and contributions of the new model of youth development 2030, which is MBPB 2030. The program called the Youth Development Model 2030 will be launched in March 2022 by Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob. The Malaysian Youth Council (MBM) present the new model of youth development MBPB 2030. Next, Purification and Writing Workshop MBPB 2030, the Youth Development New Model Refinement and Writing Workshop 2030 held from 14 to 16 February at the Institute of Social Science Studies, which is IPSAS and University Putra Malaysia UPM. Furthermore, the workshop helped to ensure the modules produced can be translated in the form of easy-to-understand manuscript. Moreover, presentation of new model of youth development. National Youth Consultative Council (MPBN) Melaka. The Melaka Youth Coalition Council hold the Melaka State Level National Youth Council at the Muzaffar Hotel, Melaka. YAB Datuk Seri Utama Dr. Haji Sulaiman Muhammad Ali, Chief Minister of Melaka. Next, the main objective of the program is to understand a framework that is easy to follow and practice. Moreover, presentation of new model of youth development 2030 National Youth Consultative Council (MPBN) Pulau Pinang. The program been carried out by Saudara Muhammad Fauzi Haji Fazil as a research fellow. This model target is in the stage of collecting data of young generation. Next, formation of a special working committee in the realization to the new model of youth development 2030. The formation helps to realize new model of youth development agenda. The strategy and approach of the program is to address the needs and aspirations of youth. Moreover, Youth Engagement Session New Model of Youth Development MBPB is an initiative of the Malaysian Youth Council with the Ministry of Youth and Sports Malaysia KBS in strengthening the Malaysian Youth Policy DBM. This engagement is to obtain input from the youth target group.
A SWOT analysis was performed on the Malaysian Youth Council MBM extension organizations in the country's study. This study looked at the organizational settings in which extension services are provided, as well as the indicators used to determine their effectiveness, capability, and efficiency. The various strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and strengths of an extension system can be evaluated using a SWOT analysis to determine how effective the system. The SWOT framework analysis process allows activities to be focused on areas of strength and locations with the greatest opportunities. A company's strengths in a SWOT analysis are its favorable internal activities, producers, and behaviors. These are the elements that contribute to the success of the company and its brand. Excellent customer service and efficient supply chain management help businesses maintain and improve their competitive edge. The manuscript of the new model of youth development 2030 is one of its strengths. A manuscript as opposed to a printed copy is a typewriting or writing composition or document. It because the new model of youth development organized this writing workshop for young and future generations to lead the future. The manuscript is simple to understand. This is one of the efforts to make Malaysian youth policy more relevant in this globalization era. Several priorities were discussed during the workshop, including quality education and training, job creation and income growth, fitness and overall well-being, and youth engagement. These 4 priorities are being refined in order to obtain guidance on how to proceed. Next, weaknesses. It could prevent them from achieving their objective. Or weaknesses in an event could be a limitation, fault, or defect that exists throughout the duration of the event. This is an internal factor that can harm the event's ability to achieve its goals. For example, on November 25, 2021, ESCO of the Malaysian Youth Council, Dr. Muhammad Farid Muhammad Khalid, represented MBM to present the new model of the youth development at the National Youth Consultative Council at Negeri Sembilan level, chaired by the Minister of Hal Rembau, Member of Parliament, Yang Amat Berhormat Khairi Jamaluddin, but they are facing a problem that some people in other parts of Negeri Sembilan are facing a limited rate of internet coverage. As a result, the new model of Youth Development 2030, a platform for youths to express their views directly to the government through government departments, received little response and encountered some difficulties due to low and limited internet coverage. Opportunities are favorable external conditions that can give a company a competitive advantage. It is the result of your current strengths and weaknesses, as well as any external activities that will put you in a better competitive position. These could be flaws that you like to improve or areas that were overlooked in the previous 2 rounds of analysis. The importance of your ideas stems from the fact that the younger generation frequently generates far more fresh and novel ideas than the older generation. The young also bring more innovation because they will present newly developed new designs of recommendations about what is going on. Furthermore, young are the future of society because when young people apply their ideas and energy to solving social problems, they can become powerful leaders and make a difference in the life of others. The Penang State MPBN has addressed 11 motions brought forward by young leadership, and all motions received will be brought to the national level for further discussions. Threats are things that will have an impact on the event and are usually unpredictable and out of control. This is an external factor that may make it more difficult for them to achieve their objective. These factors may or may not occur. They simply need a backup plan in case these factors occur. The new model of Youth Development 2036 input from youth throughout Malaysia. This is because the Malaysian Youth Council received favor responses from youth for a variety of reasons, including a lot of youth participation in some fields of politics and political views on the country. In essence, the country required young people with ideas, opinions, and constructive criticism to assist the government in its current difficult situation. Global youth development challenges and development needs youth in the context of a plural society in Malaysia indeed requires a dynamic and comprehensive strategy, as well as the ability to lead the country's young generation is moving forward with enthusiasm and confidence high. The difficulties of globalization, liberalization, and extremely rapid growth of information and communication technology today necessitate that all parties move quickly in providing feedback that is both relevant and valuable to the youth. This Malaysian youth policy is the result of multiple review procedures and a discussion in which all implementing agency and stakeholders, including youth groups, were held. The Malaysian Youth Strategy, on the other hand, is a governmental policy that emphasizes potential aspects by spotlighting youth by strengthening capacities and potential for them to take challenge in their lifetime, both current and future. The Undi 18 has taken Malaysia to another leap of democracy. The lowering of the age limit as a voter as well as a candidate must be filled with democratic resources and through a well-planned beneficial democracy process. Among them is the socialization and involvement of youth in conventional political activities. Many studies and reports have shown that youth are not active involved in a conventional manner, and comparisons made against older voters also show that youth are not on part in unconventional activities. This problem needs to be refined with the need for studies or knowledge, interests, attitudes, sources of information, and awareness of youth on conventional politics in particular and democracy. The involvement of the public, including the young, in the information of national democracy has the potential and affordability in strengthening the parliamentary democratic system in the country. The 18 years voting right as approved in the House of Representatives and House of Senate in 2019 should be exercised immediately in recognition of the young, including the country's democratic, political, and administrative systems. Young people should be recognized as able to choose the future and direction of the country. The setting of voting limits starting at the age of 21 provoked displeasure of many parties, especially the young people who reach the age of 18.
The Supreme Executive Council is one of the branches in charge of implementing a module. This executive power has the ability to make a discussion and carry out its tasks through action taken by Malaysian Youth Council. Generally, each assembly assigns method to a committee as a way to get deeper behind them. Then, it is possible when the assembly analyzes things by itself. Every committee could perform a variety of tasks which vary depending on the type of institution as well as its requirements. The members of the Malaysian Youth Council include representatives from the MBM, Supreme Assemblyman, DT, Research Fellow and external youth appointees. They are all able to be trusted with helping gather input from pandemic youths outside, especially those under 20 years old and severely affected by it. The era of the globalization leads us to a future environment full of variety, challenges, and uncertainties. Today, youths are not in the face of technological challenges, economy, society, and political, which will be able challenging their ability and the reality. As her continuity of the leadership of the country at the time from, youth must be prepared with a variety, adequate preparation, and competence, like the fighters who are always hiding, training for facing challenges on the battlefield. There is no doubt that with rapid development facing our country in a positive things for young people, issues and challenges they face today are a result for all the progress we have made in recent decades, as well as advance in information and community technologies ICT. However, it is worth noting that this growth has also created some new problems. There is the empowerment of fellows or facilitators of the new model of the Youth Development 2013 with the aim to give young Malaysians a chance at excellent and talented gain experience directly in the administrative affairs of the country. The introduction of the fellows or facilitators of the new model of the Youth Development 2013 is a golden opportunity for children, young Malaysians who have aspiration to get involved directly in government governance alongside contribute towards the development of the country.
A country continuity and survival are determined by its younger generation. As I said, country, this factor is critical in deciding if a nation's progress can be sustained. As the most important group, it is required to pool and update efforts to increase potential, showcase talent, reinforce identity, and refresh thinking and leadership abilities. It is linked to the brilliance of ideals through the prominence of idealism, activity, and intellectualism that is characteristic and image of young people. The new model of youth development 2030 MBPB 2030 is a far-fetched description of the country youth development effort. This module key elements include adaptation and transformation in the face of changing time and complicated challenge, as well as a fresh approach to youth development mission. This transformational process aims to ensure that the country efforts toward youth development remain dignified. It encompasses the enhancement of youth capacity in the generator's current network, which can be strengthened further.